What if I told you the final Downton Abbey movie might just deliver the sharpest one-liner in the entire series? The trailer drops a moment that instantly stopped me in my tracks. If Mama were alive, what would she do? She'd insult everyone, brilliantly. That's pure Downton Abbey, witty, biting, and perfectly timed. And believe it or not, that's the last line in the new trailer for the grand finale. But that's just the beginning, because this sneak peek is loaded with emotional callbacks, big reveals, and one last scandal that could rock the Crawleys forever. The first theme that jumps out is change. The line, "The world is changing," has been a thread through nearly every season, and once again, it's the backdrop for the Crawleys' lives. One of the most surprising and honestly heartwarming moments is seeing Mary and Edith finally on good terms. If you'd told me years ago these two would ever find peace, I'd have laughed. Yet here we are. Their relationship has been one of the most complicated dynamics in the show, so watching it evolve into genuine sisterhood feels like real growth. Now, quick confession. The trailer doesn't bring back the iconic theme music. That song has basically become the heartbeat of the franchise, and yeah, I still use it as my wake-up alarm. But even without it, the trailer is pulling major numbers, nearly 500,000 views in just 6 hours. Clearly, fans are ready for this final chapter. Let's talk characters. Mary, as always, is at the center, glamorous, bold, and once again stirring up scandal. She's officially divorced from Henry Talbot, and in 1930s England, that's no small deal. Divorce wasn't just rare, it was socially damaging. Her status as head of Downton could be at risk, and the whispers have already started. Meanwhile, Edith is thriving, confident, radiant, and finally in her element. Mrs. Patmore and Daisy are still the lovable kitchen duo, while Cora and Robert continue holding the family together. But the trailer hints at new tensions too, like the return of Cora's brother Harold, played by Paul Giamatti, who doesn't exactly look like he's bringing good news. And then there's Robert himself, clearly wrestling with something deeper. Carson might be facing yet another retirement, Thomas is nowhere to be seen in the footage, and while Anna and Bates look content, their story remains a mystery. So yes, this is a finale, but could it also be a new beginning? Creator Julian Fellowes has teased the possibility of a prequel. And honestly, who wouldn't want to see a young Violet Crawley navigating the 19th century? Maggie Smith made her one of the most iconic characters in television history, and a prequel exploring her rise would be fascinating, if they could find someone bold enough to step into those shoes. Now let's circle back to Mary's divorce. For some fans, it's bittersweet. Personally, I never thought Henry and Mary had the same spark as Matthew. That was lightning in a bottle, an untouchable romance. Still, without Henry, Mary has the chance for a fresh story arc. She's always had the grit to survive scandal and heartbreak, and maybe this is her moment to fully embrace her independence. If you ask me, she's already shaping up to become the next Dowager Countess in her own right. And yes, I'll admit, I always rooted for Charles Blake. He could match Mary's wit in ways Henry never quite did. But whether or not romance is in the cards, one thing's clear. Mary is a survivor. She's been through loss, heartbreak, and judgment from every angle, and every single time she comes out stronger. Maybe in a decade, we'll even get that World War II-era revival with Mary right at the center, still commanding attention and delivering razor-sharp one-liners. Until then, this grand finale promises to give us one last ride with these characters we've grown to love. It's a farewell, but it's also a celebration of everything Downton Abbey has been: elegant, dramatic, funny, and heartfelt. Even though I'll